All right, this is 10.6 operations with functions. So, we could talk about many different types of functions, but here's some examples in green. So f of x, g of x, and h of x. And what we're going to do is do certain operations. We're going to do adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. We're going to do operations with those functions. So let's look at some of them. So here's the first one. I have f of x plus g of x. So literally you take f of x, which is x plus 3, and then g of x is 3x minus 9, and we're adding them together. So it's just really just adding like terms. So we're going to get 4x and then minus 6. So that's what happens when you add those two functions together. And we're not talking about graphically. We could talk about, then we could graph this one, that would become the combined functions together. But right now we're just talking about just doing it, algebraically. So let's look at the next one, g of x plus h of x. So we take g of x, and that's 3x minus 9, and then we're adding h of x. So again, combine like terms, you have x squared minus 2x, and then minus 2. So this would be your combined g of x plus h of x function. And the same thing on this last one, I'm literally combining all three of them together, f of x plus g of x plus h of x. So you're just going to basically add like terms. And I'm going to just do it from here since I have them all written. I'm just going to add kind of vertically. So add all my x squareds together, add all my x's together. So if you notice the x's, add those together, that's going to give me negative x. And then I'm going to add all my numbers together, all of those, and I'm going to get plus 1. So this would be this answer when I combine all of those together. So again, that's just adding. So let's go to, again, 3 different types of functions, f of x, g of x, h of x. And here in purple, I want you to find that expression. Notice here I have 2 times f of x. So I'm going to take 2 times the entire f of x. And then 8 times g of x. And then we have, and then finally we're minusing h of x. Now this one you got to be careful because we're going to minus the entire function. So you're going to have to use the distributive property. So same thing here, we're going to use the distributive property, 4x squared minus 10x, that's 24. Again, use the distributive property with a negative, that gives me plus 5x squared plus 3x minus 9. And then you just add like terms. So I have my x squareds, I'm going to add them together, my x's that I'm going to add together, and then finally my numbers I'm going to add together. So that's adding, subtracting, and a little bit of multiplying. So let's look at 2 more cases. Here I'm going to multiply f of x. Notice f of x is 3x plus 7, and g of x is x minus 9. So here I'm just going to FOIL these. And that would be multiplying f of x times g of x. And then finally, h of x, I'm dividing by g of x. So h of x, notice, is x squared minus 81, and g of x is x minus 9. But notice the top, the h of x, can actually be factored to x plus 9 and x minus 9. And then notice the x minus 9's cross out, so your final answer is x plus 9. And that's how you do operations, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing with functions.